Welcome to Intuitive Astrology with Molly McCord. Thank you so much for joining me today, as this is actually going to be a channeled message with guidance and an exercise to support you in receiving the higher frequencies that we are receiving now from the cosmos. So the first messages I was given from my galactic team was about energy meridians in the body and how our bodies are receiving new downloads regularly that we are learning to manage and work with, as well as to welcome what we are receiving beyond our planet's upper atmosphere. We are more aware of solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and neutrinos that are arriving from the sun. And the visual they're giving me is of the sun's power and strength actively sending these new energetic frequencies to our planet. And of course, the gravitational pull of the earth is going to pull them in. But on a more individual level, they're showing me that this is a beautiful gift from our solar consciousness to receive these higher frequencies, these fresh incoming neutrinos, and to allow them to clear out our energy meridians. Now, you can calmly close your eyes and visualize your body and maybe tap in to some of the energy meridians that you are most familiar with in yourself, or perhaps you just look it up online to see what the energy meridians are in the physical body. But they're showing me that we have opportunities now to flush out anything that has been too dense, weighing us down, any blockages or limitations in the physical energy meridians of the body that are actively supporting our ascension. And so I'm getting that visual of these big blasts of fresh neutrinos coming in. I'm seeing them as quite golden, high vibrating and warm. And as they move through our physical systems, they flush out and purge what we're ready to release. And this is occurring through layers and through multiple instances of energy moving through a clogged system. And that's what they're showing me, is clogged pipes or dense tunnels that have been storing unconscious imprints and energies. And so all of these blasts of energy from the sun can support clearing out the energies, but also not only flushing and purging, but also I'm seeing them expand. So think of a narrow straw, and that straw only has the capacity to move so much energy liquid through it. Well, as these bursts of light come from the sun and clear out the small straw, I'm then seeing the straw widen because it's no longer constrained. It's almost like where we've been unconsciously protecting ourselves, holding on tight to what is known, relying upon what we've always known to continue to support us and exist. They're showing me that once these straws, again, they're using the visual of a straw because it's an everyday item, is cleared out, then the straw is able to expand. And they're showing me that these energy meridians are expanding as part of our ability to hold more light in our light body, but at a more particular and specific level of our being. So I'm seeing these energy meridians open up and they become more flexible. Like they have this, I'm seeing them as more rubbery, where they can withstand more energies instead of being a tight, constricted straw, or think of it as a very tight concrete tunnel. Then once the old is cleared out, the expansion can happen and the energy is more malleable and flexible, more sustainable as well. And there is more fluid energy that can travel through because now it's wider. They're saying that part of this widening or expansion of energy meridians is related to the lightness of their contents, where now we can be more allowing of what moves through us and what we call in, They say this is all supporting the evolution of the energetic body, and that we have perhaps more of an unconscious willingness to allow this evolution to occur. Now, they're also saying that this means we're going to have greater fluctuations, similar to the roller coaster ride, where the energy can feel quite heavy and dense, and you might even notice it in your body, especially around the full moon, because the full moon is so full of energy that we are picking up, absorbing, and integrating, that you might notice, wow, you gain more weight, or you're carrying more water, or your body feels different around the full moon. And then whatever needs to be released and close out moves through you, and you start to feel a lightness. They're saying it's a similar cycle. It doesn't mean it's connected directly to the lunar cycle. They're saying this is part of a solar cycle of energetic movement, where as our bodies are flushing out more of the dense imprints and codes that we've held, we're able to expand and lighten up, which is one of the ongoing gifts from the sun. Of course, the sun being the strongest light in our solar system that persists and never turns off. It's continually activating our light body so that we can blast out what we no longer need, while also being able to have space to invite in these new neutrinos. And so as part of this roller coaster of energy, again, you could feel very dense or heavy at times, and you could feel quite hungry, thirsty, tired, exhausted, emotionally low, because your emotional body is deeply processing what was stuck in one of your energy meridians. And as it's flushed out, you might experience, for example, unexpected grief or unexpected melancholy, or even an unexpected memory from your childhood that was frozen or stuck in an energy meridian. It's interesting because they're showing me it can be so many things that we didn't realize we were still embodying. And this energy fluctuation is meant to help you release, but don't be surprised if your energy just sinks and you just feel like you're at the bottom of a pit and it's heavy and almost like your energy feels like it's in tar. They're saying that's part of the cleansing out of what these blasts of energy are creating. And they're also saying it's hard for the mind to understand it because it's not a logical experience. It doesn't make sense that all of a sudden on a Thursday afternoon, you would feel so heavy and sad out of the blue. That's because you're actually connecting to the wisdom of your body and what your body is now processing after it's been required to let go of these deeper imprints, again, that could have been within you for years or decades. And so they're showing this as a roller coaster of the ups and downs that the mind can't rationally understand or grasp. But they're showing that the overall trend, if you were to put this on a graph, the trend is upwards to more lightness, where even if you sink, you rise back up, perhaps even faster. You notice the energy transition is smoother, and that it's usually those first big hits of the energy that are the most intense and you feel it the deepest. But again, the trend is an upward trajectory that is supporting you in what you're ready to let go of and release. They're also saying you could have some unexpected shifts in your mental perspectives where all of a sudden you're ready to be done with something. You're done with this, you're done with that, you're not interested in certain topics or certain relationships or certain situations. They're saying you could feel like you're waking up to being a new person. And that is part of this ongoing trajectory, is that we are being reprogrammed with healthier downloads from the sun. But part of getting healthier and lighter is in the conscious removal of what has been holding you back in any capacity. So at a more specific level, they're saying that when you feel this energy come on, whether it's directly connected to a solar flare or something that is energetically occurring for you, tune in to what you feel this is working with for you. Is it working with a specific energy meridian that right away you're like, oh yes, this is my liver? And then simply research what that means. You don't have to know what it means, but just trust your intuitive download or hit around it, because it's going to help you connect some dots around what is coming up and what is ready to be flushed out through that particular energy meridian at that time. If you're feeling quite exhausted and it comes out of the blue, also ask your body what it's processing, what's been triggered, perhaps what has come up that is bringing on this feeling, and trust what that message is, even if you don't understand why. Our bodies are experiencing multiple upgrades, and this makes rest and sleep even more important. So be sure that you're allowing yourself to rest deeply, because your organs need it, your physical self needs it even more. And it's not simply about the time on the clock where you think, oh, well, I only need 5 hours of sleep or 7 hours of sleep. You might be surprised to find that your body is requiring 10 hours of sleep in order to process the changes and allow the cells to do the work that they need to do for you to be in more optimum health. And by health, not simply physical health, but energetic health as well. So the message is that we are deeply processing a lot through energy meridians, and that these ongoing waves of solar energy are key to strengthening our light bodies. And so what they're saying is that we're becoming solar powered. It's not just solar panels that you need on your planet. You need to be synced up with the higher frequencies of the sun. And this is allowing you to acclimate more fully and to trust that you are energetic beings who are here to experience more of the vast rays of planetary energies on the planet. They're saying too that the next planet that we're going to be harmonizing with is Mars, that we're learning more about Mars and the energies of Mars. They're just showing me that that's going to be maybe in a few years as we discover more of the energy signatures in the solar system, that Mars is going to be part of our next level of consciousness. And they're saying, well, you're already in tune with the moon and the lunar cycle. You're becoming much more aware of Mercury by tracking it throughout the calendar year with the Mercury retrogrades and how quickly Mercury moves. And they say that we're already aware of Venus through the Venus star point energies. And we are remaining curious about the influence of Venus and how that's working with us. So yes, they're saying Mars will be the next one that you will come into contact with at a more personal level in terms of the energy that Mars emits towards Earth that reaches your gravitational field. And so that's all I've got today, is the focus on our emerging connection to the sun and our energy meridians. Again, do research, look it up, stay curious, stay mindful. Maybe you'll find yourself drawn to different energy practices that support your energy meridians. I've shared with you before how much I love acupuncture because it addresses body healing as well as emotional healing. Almost like anything you're going through, acupuncture has a way of addressing it. And for those who are interested in discovering more, I recommend community acupuncture. There's an organization called People's Organization of Community Acupuncture that helps you find affordable acupuncture in your community. And this is where you would go into a clinic and they have a bunch of chairs set up and you just sit in the chair and they will work with you through acupuncture points on your arms and legs. And some of them have a sliding scale of payment. Insurance is not required. And it's basically acupuncture that's accessible for more people. So look into community acupuncture, see if there is a clinic near you. Of course, trust anything else you're drawn towards, anything else that feels that it would support your ability to integrate these higher frequencies at this time. So, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back every Wednesday for a look at our weekly astrology. And then I do a Monday podcast for you as well, discussing a particular astrological topic, channeled message, or whatever theme would be supportive of your journey now. And be sure to check out my YouTube channel where you will find many playlists on various astrology topics. And I hope this offers you more about your own energy as well as your astrology chart in this lifetime. So take good care, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.